Here, they are revered. Thousands of Hindus flock to the temple to honor the miracle goddess, Karni Mata. The temple's rats are believed to be Karni Mata's children. Reincarnated in a rat's body, they are known as kabbas. The sight of a kabba brings good luck. Feeding the rats is an even greater honor. Worshippers offer the rats a sweetmeat known as prasad. Flour, sugar and clarified butter are mixed into huge quantities in the temple kitchens. Visiting the rat temple is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for some. Others come here every day. Devdan is one of the temple elite. He can trace his family back to the goddess, Karni Mata. He believes that when he dies, he will return here, reborn as a rat. 3 times a day he comes to pray to his holy aunt and share food with his relatives. "20,000 rats live a life of luxury in the temple. There's never been an outbreak of disease here, even though people share food with rats, which is considered the ultimate honor. Hindus believe people and animals share an eternal journey. Born as a human in this life, you may be a rat in the next. Such reverence isn't reserved for rats. In another part of the desert, scavengers get special treatment too. 160 kilometers south of Deshnok's rat temple is a city known as the gateway to the desert, Jodhpur. It's dominated by one of India's most impressive buildings, Mehrangarh Fort, also known as Mountain of Birds. Its battlements tower 120 meters above the city, and they've been occupied for centuries. The fort is a stronghold for birds of prey, thanks to the people of Jodhpur. In the fabled Blue City, raptors have long been protected. Caring for the black kite population is a task Latif Qureshi takes to heart. Latif feeds the kites every day, as his family has done for generations. It's a great honor. Nurtured by the city, the kites thrive in their desert fortress. They share their home with long-billed vultures that nest on its battlements. But India's vultures haven't been so lucky. Their numbers fell by 90% in recent years, accidentally poisoned by a drug that is now banned. Fewer vultures nest here now, but Jodhpur's fort remains a vital breeding ground. Numbers are slowly recovering. Vultures rise on thermals and soar effortlessly above the Blue City. The streets below are crowded with working animals. Cows are sacred to Hindus and cannot be eaten when they die. Instead, they must be respectfully disposed of. Every day, carcasses are wheeled to the edge of the city, where they're left to the scavengers. Birds of prey are invaluable to society. Vultures are fed. In return, they clean up the city, helping ensure disease doesn't get a grip. Marangar Fort isn't only a haven for birds. It's a sanctuary for another of India's most sacred animals. Revered above all monkeys is the Hanuman langur, believed to be the living incarnation of the monkey god. This adaptable primate can survive everywhere from steaming jungles to frozen forests. No other monkey lives in the center of a parched desert. Langurs know which desert plants are edible and get most of the moisture they need from solid food. But they also seize man-made opportunities. Every morning, the family leave their trees to take a trip into town. Incredible acrobats, they gracefully scale the rooftops on their way to Marangar Fort. It's usually a good place to get handouts from generous pilgrims. But today, there's a very different welcoming committee. Rogue bachelor males patrol the ramparts. Without a troop of their own, they team up to try and steal one. And they use force. Troop takeovers can be brutal. New males never adopt existing youngsters. If they win, they will kill the infants. Mothers are desperate to save their babies. The bachelors dwarf the females, but the sisterhood stands strong. The alpha female shows incredible bravery. She risks life and limb to repel the attackers. It's not their time yet. The bachelors flee, but they'll be back. Male takeovers are part and parcel of langur life. The alpha male is only strong enough to retain a troop for a few years. Scarred from previous battles, his days at the top are numbered. With frequent droughts, food shortages and fierce fights between rival troops, desert life is a struggle for langurs. But thanks to their holy status, help is at hand. Mr. Barana runs a charity dedicated to caring for Jodhpur's sacred monkeys. After their bruising encounter, the langurs are ready to see a friendly face, particularly when he's handing out a feast.
Oh!
Many of the langurs have known Mr. Barana since they were born, and they're not shy. Though bananas aren't the natural food of desert monkeys, they're the troop's favorite. The alpha female is wise enough to know that Mr. Barana is a lifeline for her family. There's no risk of starvation here, despite the constant threat of drought. In this desert community, people take the welfare of animals into their own hands. Mr. Barana's devotion to these monkeys has created a unique bond between man and his primate cousins. Langurs thrive because of their close relationship with humans. But in the summer, desert life gets tougher for everyone, even holy monkeys. Fed year-round, Jodhpur's langurs are the lucky ones. Their big city relatives must steal to survive. Jaipur is hot and hectic, with millions to feed. Summer drought cuts supplies to the city. With less food to feed their families, the pilgrims' handouts at the monkey temple dry up. But there's still plenty to eat downtown. The temple troop is on a mission to find food. But in the blistering heat, the youngsters take time out to cool down. The rest of the family is anxious to move on. They've got a date at Jaipur's central market. For the hungry troop, this is a banquet too tempting to resist. The family moves into position. From their rooftop vantage point, they plan their strategy. It's a slick, carefully coordinated operation. The thieves move with stealth and speed. It's daylight robbery. Hindus may worship monkeys, but their patience is pushed to the limit during a long, hot summer. The city's brazen macaques become a serious nuisance. But the people of Jaipur have a secret weapon. Danalao, the monkey catcher. Dana is employed to rid the city of problem monkeys. He knows where the troublemakers hide, and he's one step ahead. Macaques might be clever, but it's hard to outsmart the monkey catcher. Danalal takes the problem macaques on a return journey, 150 kilometers outside Jaipur, to their ancestral home, the Arivali Hills. India's oldest mountain range forms a natural barrier to the Thar Desert, running 800 kilometers on its southeastern edge. The ancient mountains are a source of many rivers and home to a rich diversity of life. Rare creatures, like the sloth bear, find refuge in these hills. But to city-bred monkeys, it's a shock to the system. Having never experienced life in the wild before, they have a lot of adjusting to do. They will have to relearn the survival skills of their forest ancestors. Until then, they'll have to make do with a roadside snack. The Arivali Hills are blessed with water, but in the baking heat, the forest is tinder dry. In the summer, animals crowd the water holes. A sambar deer cakes himself in mud as a way of keeping cool. Female wild boar feel the heat too, especially with the demands of thirsty piglets. For many animals, it's the breeding season. Male sambar deer prepare for the rut. Male peacocks are competing too, with beautiful displays. Females prefer males with big tails, but fabulous feathers can attract deadly admirers. This region is home to India's most iconic predator. All forest animals share a common enemy, and they work together to try and survive. Many eyes are alert to danger. The neighbors operate an early warning system. One of the Langar troop didn't make it to safety. Down on the ground, a monkey can provide an easy meal. The Arivali forest is home to around 30 of India's remaining 1,500 Bengal tigers.
And this is the landslide season. July. Oh my God, I really don't like the drop down this side.
What's the drop? Is it bad?
300-400 feet, absolutely sheer.